Hi friends, so today we will have a discussion about an introduction to C programming language. C is the most popular programming language available today. It consists of a lot of basic concepts related to the programming like array structures, union pointers, etc. Then we can develop a lot of softwares with the help of this particular programming language like system software, application softwares, operating systems, gamings and applications, graphical user interfaces are few examples related to the applications that can be developed with the help of this programming language. And there are a lot of software development tools is available in the market for writing the C program. So we will have a discussion about the basic concept. So friends, now we can move on to the introduction of the C programming. So C is one of the basic programming languages that we use today. A lot of basic concepts is related to this particular programming language. We can see many facts related to this programming language. C is a general purpose and procedural programming language. So what do you mean by general purpose programming language? It is a programming language designed to be used for writing software in the widest variety of application domains. So this is called as a general purpose programming language. C belongs to that. Then it is one of the most widely used computer programming languages today. It was originally developed by Dennis Ritchie. We can develop a lot of system software as well as application softwares with the help of this particular programming language. Even though C is a high-level programming language, it supports a lot of functions related to the low-level programming languages like assembly language and the machine languages. So with the help of C programming, we can develop a lot of interactive applications. Actually, C was initially used for the programs that make up the operating systems. During the initial stages, it is used for developing the system software named as operating system. Now we can see what makes this particular programming language different from other programming languages. The first point is it is very easy to understand. It is very much simple to understand the concept related to this particular programming language. Then this programming language consists of a rich set of built-in functions. So what do you mean by built-in functions? These functions are already defined. Since we are going to develop a particular program, we need not have to define a lot of functions because a lot of built-in functions are available in this programming language like printf, scanf, square root, etc. are examples of these built-in functions. Then we can create a lot of complex programs in an easy and simple manner. It is another major highlight related to this programming language. That's why we can develop operating system with the help of this language. That's why we can develop games with the help of this programming language. Then C programming language is highly portable. It is a platform independent language. It can be executed in any hardware and software platforms. Then it is efficient and faster while comparing with other programming languages. Then we can write both software categories, that is we can develop the system softwares and as well as application softwares. And C programming is belong to the structured programming language concept. What do you mean by structured programming language concept? Here the large programs can be divided into a lot of small modules. So by using the structured programming language, we can reduce the complexity of the program. The program can be easily understandable. It will help us to improve the efficiency of the program and the performance will be high. Then C programming language can extend itself. It is a highly scalable language. So these are the major points that makes C programming different. Then what are the applications of C programming? See, we are studying a lot of programming languages. So before we study the programming languages, we need to understand why we are studying this particular language. What are the applications of this language? See, we are studying the server-side scripting language named as PHP. So why we are studying that particular language named as PHP? Because we can develop the web-oriented applications or the website with the help of a programming language named as PHP or the server-side script named as PHP. In the similar manner, why we are studying this particular programming language named as C? What are the applications of C? We can develop a lot of system softwares with the help of this particular programming language. So operating systems can be developed with the help of C programming. Then a lot of device drivers and embedded systems can be developed with the help of this particular programming language. A lot of databases or database management systems can be developed with the help of this programming language. Then now the technology has been changing, so a lot of modern programs can be developed with the help of the codes related to the programming language named as C. See, the human beings will be attracted towards the graphical user interface while comparing with the textual interfaces. So the modern graphical user interfaces can be developed with the help of the programming language named as C. And we will be really attracted with the application named as gaming, right? So the gamings and animations can be developed with the programming language named as C. So these are the basic applications of the C programming. Now we can move on to the structure of a C program. Every language will have a structure. It will create a uniformity for that particular language. So these are the various sections related to the structure of a C program. There will be a documentation section, there will be a linking section, there will be a definition section, there will be a global declaration section, there will be a main function section, there will be a subprogram section. So what are these different sections stands for? So this is a sample program. This is a sample C program created by me. We can see how this structure related to this particular program. So here comes the answer. So the first section is called as a documentation section. We generally use this documentation section in order to represent the name of the program, the author of the program, or the purpose of the programs, and the other details like the time of the creation of the programs, etc. So these are the things related to the particular section named as documentation. The next section is link section. This section actually instructs to the compiler to link functions from the system library. Here actually we are including two library functions like standard input output and console input output that we have used in the program we have seen in the slide. So these two libraries consist of a lot of built-in functions. So I have used some functions in this particular program. So I have included these two libraries, or I have linked these particular libraries with my program. So these two sections will come under the link section. Next one is a definition section. It is used to detail with the symbolic constants with the help of hash define directives, etc. So here we have defined a constant named as num with a value 20. Okay, so it is used to deal with the symbolic constant. So that is the definition section. The next one is a global declaration section. This section is used to declare the global variables and functions, etc. So what do you mean by the global declarations? So the variables or the functions declared in this particular section can be accessed from anywhere inside a particular program. It is not under any particular functions. So that is what you mean by the global declaration section. Here we have declared a variable and initialized a variable that is a, and also we have declared a function named as addition. The next comes up to the important function, that is a main function section. The main is actually the user defined function. It is a special function that tells the compiler the starting of the program. The program executions will begin at this particular line. Every C program must have only one main function. So here we have a main function. So I have used a lot of user defined codes inside this particular main function. The next section is the subprogram section. So I have created a user defined function named as addition. I have defined that particular function, what are the activities taking place inside that particular functions inside the subprogram section. See, we already discussed that C program is based on the structured programming concept, so we are dividing the larger programs into a lot of submodules. Here we are not clubbing the addition instructions into the main program, we are separating the addition from the main program and keeping it as a subprogram section. So this slide define the basic structure of a C program with an example. Next, we can see the activities taking place inside that example. Okay, the first line of the example is a comment. See, this program is created by me, so I have written that program created by Ashish L. This stands for a single line comment. This is a line that we have specified in the documentation section. The next one is #include stdio.h. What is this? This is actually we are including the library into our program. stdio.h stands for standard input output. .h means it is a header file. So I have used the function named as printf. It is a built-in function. I have used this particular function in my program. That is the reason why I have placed this library in my program, standard input output. The next one is #include conio.h. So what is this? Conio.h stands for console input output. So .h is header file and conio means console input output. So what do you mean by console? It is refers to an interface or window through which user communicate with system programs or with other console applications. So I have used a built-in function named as getch, which is related to this particular library. Okay, so stdio and conio stands for the libraries in the C program. The next one is #define num20. What is this? It allows a macro definition. So we have defined the symbolic constant. Here in the sample program, we are assigning the value 20 to the constant named as num. We need the help of #define in the cases like if you are going to find the area of a circle, then we need the help of pi. Generally, we take the value of pi as 3.14, but actually the value of pi is not similar to 3.14. There are a lot of digits standing after the decimal place. So in order to avoid the irregularities with that particular value, we will place the value 3.14 into a constant, or we will move the value 3.14 into a constant. In such cases, we definitely need the help of this macro definitions like #define. Okay, so here we are moving the value 20 into a constant named as num. Then the next one is a global declaration. I have declared a variable named as a, and in the data type integer, and also I have initialized a value 30 into it with the help of assignment operator. It is a global declarations. We are declaring a variable named as a in integer data type and initialized with the value 30. The next one is int addition. What is this? It is also in the global declaration section. We have declared a user defined function named as addition with a return type integer. See, addition is a separate subprogram or the separate function. Actually, we are using these programs in order to perform the operation addition. And after finding out the results, we are returning an integer value into the main section. So we have defined the return type as int, that is integer. The next one is the important function, that is void main. This is the starting point of this program. Main is a user defined function and the compilation of the program starts from here. Every C program will consist of only one main function. In this case, main does not return anything. In my example, the main does not return anything, so we use void in front of it. Okay. Next, we will move on to the important coding section related to the program. That is, we are moving on to code void main. The next one is we are opening the curly braces. Okay. And we have declared a local variable named as sum with a data type named as integer. Why we call this as a local variable? We have declared two global variables, right? We have declared sum as a local variable. Why? Because this variable is being declared inside a particular function. So if we declare any function of if we declare any variable inside a curly braces, we can call that particular one as a local variable or local function. Its scope will be inside that particular curly braces. And the next line of code is sum equal to addition. What is that? We are calling the user defined function named as addition. Okay, next we will move on to that sub procedure or the sub function. Here comes that addition function definition. We have already declared this particular function in the global declaration section. Now we are defining the function. So what do you mean by defining? We are actually defining what are the instructions taking place, or what are the statements, or what are the line of codes that is being executed inside this particular user defined function named as addition. Here we have declared two variables named as add and also a variable b, and initialized with the value 10. Here we are performing the addition operation. So add equal to a plus b plus num. So b is already present inside this particular addition function. So where is a and num? We have declared num as a symbolic constant in the definition section, and also we have declared the value a in the global declaration section. So here an addition operation is being performed and the value is being assigned to the variable named as add, and we are returning the variable into the main function. So the result will be moved on to this particular line of code, and it will be assigned to the variable named as sum. Here we are returning the result in an integer format. So we are using an integer variable named as sum in order to store this particular result, and after that we are printing the result, or we are displaying the result that we have calculated with the help of a subprogram or subprocedure. So here we are using a format specifier that is used to define the type of data. So this is a format specifier. See this, you can see this is a format specifier. Since we are using integer, we use this particular format specifier, right? So the result will be in the integer format. Okay, we are displaying the result, and after that we are closing our program. So we are using the getSet function. It is actually used to hold the output screen and wait until the user give any input. They can read the characters also. Okay, so this is an example program that we have used here in order to define the structure of a C program. I hope you got a basic idea about C programming. So we will discuss about the further concept related to the programming in the future videos. So if you feel worth watching this video, please subscribe, like and share videos. Thank you, and see you in the next video.